Hey Blake, here is the last week's assignment and instructions, and you're almost to the finish line. You have just a couple more things to finish up, and you'll be all done and did a great job all by yourself in this class this term. And so for week 10, you're going to do this analyzing student work assignment. So you're going to actually be looking at some student work samples that are provided. One of the alternative assessments for science is students have to do a science inquiry work sample, and so these are ones that have been submitted statewide. And so since you guys didn't get to teach your lessons this term, we're going to use already created student work samples. So in the actual resources folder under inquiry work samples, you have some documents you're going to be using. So the first thing is you're going to be choosing either middle school or high school. So you'll see the high school ones have HS, the middle school MS. And so you're going to pick two work samples. So the work samples are labeled student work samples. So you can do one on enzymes if you choose high school, or you can do one on called hole in the straw work sample. So make sure you select the work sample and don't look at the state scores yet. So you want to do that last. So pick two of the work samples, and then you're going to use these documents down here. So if you are scoring middle school, you're going to use this score form, and you're going to use the middle school rubric. So you're going to open those up, and you're going to use those to score this student work sample. And then once you've scored both two work samples, then you're going to use, you're going to compare your scores to the actual provided state scores. And you're going to see how you compare how you scored them. And you're going to do a reflection, so one-page reflection on comparing your scores with the provided state scores. So these are norm scores that were done by teachers who took professional development in learning how to score these using these rubrics, and so they got consistent scores over several teachers, and so that's what you would expect to get from a teacher who's scoring using these rubrics. So the purpose of this assignment is to really just practice looking at students' work and analyzing it using a rubric or multiple evaluation criteria, including criteria that has been developed by the state of Oregon to determine students' progress in science inquiry. So what you will submit for this assignment is you will submit your one-page reflection and both of the two score sheets that you completed, either two for middle school, two for high school, or if you want, you can do one of each, and that's what you'll submit for the assignment. So that's week 10's assignment. And then your final assignment is your video. So you're going to do a 15-minute video, no more than 15 minutes, where you're going to record a portion of your lesson that you created for your unit. So it won't be a full lesson. So you're going to actually record yourself teaching it, and you'll upload that to YouTube, and then you'll embed your video or link your video here on Canvas. There is a rubric that'll tell you how it's going to be evaluated. This is worth 100 points, so make sure that you put appropriate amount of time into doing this. So some things you want to show in your video. You want to make sure you pick part of an activity that's inquiry-oriented. It's interactive, and your students would be doing something that would allow them to engage in inquiry. Now, you're not going to have students, so you can't just record them doing something, but it would be you actually introducing the activity, perhaps. You also are going to want to create something that's interactive so that students can engage rather than just lecturing and discussion. So think about, am I having students engage in a simulation? Am I having them collect data, do a lab? So somehow you want to be able to include that information in your video. And then the engagement portion, are you using a variety of instructional strategies? Is the whole lesson having them do research, or are you having a variety of things? And that's going to be hard to show in 15 minutes. But again, what you're doing in this video is you're introducing activities, not necessarily, you don't have students to record them doing it. You're going to want to show that you can integrate technology effectively, and that your video is formatted properly, no more than 15 minutes, the audio and video work, and any other technology. For instance, if you are demonstrating a simulation, that works appropriately too. So that's the final assignment. That's your final for this class, is to create this 15-minute virtual lesson. And that will be it. So hopefully that is everything you need to know for the last 2 weeks of class. And I look forward to seeing what you come up with. Please be sure to email me if you have questions. And, I'm happy to meet again, for a little bit if you want further opportunity to go over the instructions or clarification. And I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. And if I don't hear from you, I will look forward to seeing what you come up with. Have a good weekend.